Hey guys, welcome into another weekly portfolio update. Massive down week this week. Portfolio was down 7% in total, which is $3,390, roughly 7%, which brings my all-time loss to $12,200. And considering the highest I ever got up to was 22,000 in profits, that means I'm now down 34 is that? Yeah, that's correct math. 34,000 from all-time highs. That's a lot of money. Broaching in on 50%. But yeah, still buying the dip, and yeah, trying to find more money to keep buying the dip. But that's a never-ending battle, that one, at the moment. Crypto hasn't really moved this week. Well, my crypto portfolio hasn't. It's down $77. Not really anything much. Net worth is down this week because stocks are down this week, and because my house went down 5k as well. But yeah, that's just a valuation or an evaluation figure, so that's not too important. Looking at my stocks here by market value, so largest position no longer Corsair at like 13,500, now down to 12,000. Pretty much these two are in line, and then third biggest position is like half the size, not through lack of me pumping money into it. Down 44% in Palantir, 43% in SDC. Yeah, just down huge on everything. I think the stock that I'm doing the best on is Honest because it's my most recent acquisition. Yeah, not too bad of a cost price on Honest. Yeah, I have put another 1,000 into my portfolio this week. I deposited 1,000, and I started buying a few things. So I bought $100 of Honest at $5.28, another $50 of Honest at $5.24. $50 of Tattooed Chef at $11.88, and $50 of Corsair at $19.59. Usually I do those $100 buys, but this week it's been a bit tough because I have like only a little bit of money left in the account. So I got $745 New Zealand left in the account to last me until my next payday. So that's over a week away, so I need to keep some money around, so I have to slowly release it at the moment. So yeah, going back into where I was just before, the last thing I bought this week was Stitch Fix. They were down huge on earnings, so this is weird how Sharesies has put this dot here. Put my dot for the buy on 10th of March. I actually bought on the 9th of March, and if you look on the price graph, it says 10.34. If you look on the Google price graph, looking at a 5-day graph, it shows $8.82 as the absolute lowest that it went down to. And if we look at my purchase price for that $100 buy, $8.82. Nice. I put in just a market buy for the market open because Stitch Fix was down about 22% in pre-market on earnings, and I figured, yeah, it's probably not going to go down much more than 22%. It's a crazy number. So I figured I would chuck my market buy in instead of what I usually do, which is wait until I wake up and just see where the price is at and decide if I want to buy then. But yeah, did that for this, and it paid off because I got in at $8.82, and then Stitch Fix actually closed that day. What was it? Wednesday. Closed on Wednesday at $10.34. So I got in significantly lower. Well, if we measure from here all the way up to here, 17% up on that $100 in just one day. Yeah, that's only 17 US dollars, so it's nothing to be too proud of, but thought it was pretty cool that I got in at the like absolute lowest. Um, yeah, so happy to increase my position size on Stitch Fix considering its tiny valuation. I do get a little bit sad sometimes when I look at the 5-year graph on Stitch Fix and see that I bought in at $32, held through like a over 200 and I think it was like 222% at the absolute max gain. I had 222% up. This is like over $1,000 position. It was quite large at the time. Actually, I might be able to see how large it was. Yeah, $1,300 position, and I didn't sell any. And now it's gone way down past where I first bought it. But if you also look at this 5-year graph, like it's better if we look at it and over here in Google. This stock has gone down 32% in the past 5 years. That is insane. I personally think it's quite undervalued where it is. It generally trades higher than other companies, but it also isn't profitable, so there's a lot of metrics that I'm missing. But yeah, like price to sales of 0.61, like that's pretty crazy. Yeah, devastated stock. It's extremely volatile as well, so we'll see where that one goes. Yeah, and that was the only one that had earnings this week, so I bought the dip. Obviously the indexes are all down the past 5 days. Russell outperforming both of the other indexes significantly. Unfortunately, I was not outperforming. It is good to see the Russell now outperforming the other indexes. I think I used to say it back in the day, like, the Russell was due to outperform the other indexes, but knowing my luck, I always said, which will likely be the other ones falling and the Russell falling slightly less, which is kind of what's happening here. The Russell has recently fallen, but fallen less than some of the other indexes. Like, well, at least recently it's been falling less. See, like, we're pretty neutral for the past however long that is, couple months on the Russell, whereas the Nasdaq has been quite far down, and the S&P 500 pretty much year to date, we'll call it. We're quite far down, and then year to date on the Russell, actually we're still pretty far down year to date on the Russell. We have to start measuring from like end of Jan to really see not positivity, but neutrality in the Russell. Yeah, so stocks all getting destroyed. Here is all my positions. Some of them are looking quite small considering they've gone down like 54%, 53%, 68%. Yeah. And over in Hatch, still only the 3 positions in there, getting absolutely ruined. I don't really buy in these accounts so much, so the numbers are like honest numbers of what I bought the stock for at that time. So down like 40% on Tattooed Chef there. Like, that's huge. Obviously over here I'm not down anywhere near as bad, 24 on Tattooed Chef, but yeah, still getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, markets all down. If we look at these figures here, they were updated yesterday, so they didn't include today's madness. Obviously we know today was madness. There was a lot of downward pressure in the market, so I mean, when we see this updated, we'll probably see some a line down from here. But yeah, generally they've been trading sideways on the small caps, mid caps. It looks like it's in just up here. It's pretty hard to see, even zooming in so far, like the very tip of the graph. But yeah, we're all small caps are in value territory, or extreme value. Mid caps are in value territory, and large caps are still a bit overvalued, but I mean, I've said before, they might even deserve that valuation with the current kind of large cap companies that we have in the market. So who knows what will really happen with that. The market just seems to be selling everything off at the moment. Looking forward for this next week, I'm still not sure when Tattooed Chef is announcing earnings. I thought they were supposed to have already done it by they have a certain deadline to meet, and I thought that deadline had already passed, but I might be wrong. It might be the end of this month, but the only thing I could find online about it was this here. Expects its next earnings on the 16th. So I guess we'll see. Upcoming earnings in 2 days. Yeah. So maybe. Maybe they'll have earnings, maybe they won't, maybe it'll be delayed again, who knows. But that will probably have a profound effect on my portfolio, given that $12,000 of my portfolio is made up of Tattooed Chef. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Yeah, on the on the 5-day graph for Tattooed Chef, down 7.42%, and Corsair down 13.3%. So you can see why my portfolio is down 7% this week. Like, those two huge positions already are like down. Both of them are down more than my portfolio is. Huge. And yeah, Honest, which I was buying as well, is down 5% this week. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about stocks. Everything's down. I'm buying still. Kind of slowing down my buying, at least for this couple of weeks, because I just got no money. I've got my like 5k emergency money, but I don't want to keep tapping into that. So I need to slow down my buying to kind of match what my income can put into the market. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with that. On to crypto. Talk about some crypto. Pretty much no move in my crypto this week. Ethereum's at 2.5 grand, so I'm still mining away on my crypto miners. This is a new GPU. Oh, actually, sorry, this specific GPU isn't new, but I got a new GPU, and now I have a 12 GPU rig. The actual new GPU is this one here. So I have a full 12 GPU rig and an AMD rig, so now I've got one too many GPUs for my 12 GPU AMD rig, so I've got a new rig, I guess. It's currently in the test rig, but yeah, another 29 mega hash. And then I also have another GPU coming in the mail. I mean, if anyone follows GPU prices, you may have noticed that GPUs are getting destroyed as well as everything else. So I actually bought this GPU, or the XFX1, still a 6600 for basically $599. And then I bought another one secondhand from TradeMe for $510, including postage, so I was really happy with that. It's not often I find 6600 secondhand. So yeah, that's another 58 mega hash to add to my farm, which yeah earns me crypto, which shows up here. It's been really hot the past couple of days, so I've had to turn one of my rigs off. The Nvidia rig gets really hot. The AMD rig will run through anything. It's amazing. The temps are so good. This one here, you can actually see the temperatures. If we go into stats and we look at all the temps here, you can see they pretty much never go over like 47, maybe they've gotten to like 51. Yeah, like 51 pretty much is the max, which is perfectly fine for them to go to. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say on crypto and crypto mining as well. So that's all I have for this week's portfolio update. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel, and have a great rest of your day. See ya.